We live in a strongly pro-drinking society, and I wish it weren't the case. But if you look at every movie, every sitcom, every rom-com, every Christmas movie, you will see alcohol in almost every single scene. Okay, not every scene, but so many of them. You will see mothers drinking. You'll see grannies drinking. You will see teenagers drinking. You will see drinking when they have a problem. You'll see drinking when they celebrate. You'll see drinking when they're bored. You will just see the characters use alcohol in any situation, at every situation, and you never, ever, hardly ever see the negative consequences. You will see them maybe have a whole bottle of wine and they wake up the next day and they're just fine. And I have a problem with this, and I want to rant a bit today. I feel that media, magazines, advertising, it's promoting a false narrative, a wrong message about alcohol, because alcohol is a drug. It is a toxin. It is a poison. I mean, just the way our bodies process it and frantically try and get rid of it tells us that our bodies do not want it. And the fact that it changes our brain chemistry, we become not who we normally are when we're drinking. It's so toxic, and it changes people, not for the better, but for the worse. Most people become aggressive, violent, moody, weepy, they cry. I mean, there's a bit of the woohoo, and then it all just goes downhill from there. And yet it is the one drug, it is a drug, that society pushes on everyone. It's almost a rite of passage for youngsters to go through from high school through to varsity, university, tertiary education and drink. And to me, that doesn't make sense. And I wish if I'd gone back in time that I'd never started to drink. And personally, I have seen no good outcome come from alcohol, other than maybe if somebody has one drink, and how rare is that? Whoever sticks to one drink? If somebody has one drink and they maybe relax, that may be the only quote unquote possible, and I'm just putting in air quotes because I don't even think that that's good, that may be the only good outcome. And even that, it's not a good outcome, because if you turn to alcohol in order to relax, you are robbing yourself of the chance to learn the skills, to de-stress and unwind on your own. And I have a big problem with every movie, like Bad Moms Christmas. It is Bad Moms Christmas. Grace and Frankie, little old ladies drinking. Sex in the City as well. These young, intelligent, gorgeous women drink after drink after drink. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with a drink here or there, but let's not fool ourselves. It is a highly addictive substance in and of itself. So every time you take a drink, you are pushing that addictive nature of this substance to get its hooks into you. And you may not be an addictive personality. I'm not addicted to alcohol, and I don't like alcohol. I don't like the feeling. I don't like that it makes me feel out of control. And even so, I have on many occasions had far more to drink than I intended, had far more to drink than I would have liked, become silly, become slurry, fall down, driven under the influence, which is something I never ever want to do. But in that moment, you think you're okay and you do it. And so all of us, even moderate drinkers, have made bad decisions under the influence of alcohol. Even moderate drinkers or people who are not problem drinkers, and I count myself in that, we just always end up at one point or another, maybe it's just a few nights, we end up going way over the limit. People push shooters on you, and next thing you are doing or saying something you regret, or you're losing your car keys, or you fall down and you scrape yourself, you break a high heel, you break a glass, you trip and fall in the nightclub. I saw that recently this weekend. This girl just fell flat on her face, and it's embarrassing, it's dangerous, and why we push it on people, I don't know. But my rant is that because it's so pervasive in the media that we watch, I think that they should take responsibility. And if they are going to show alcohol, show the negative effects as well. I mean, often you see characters that are drinking, obviously it's fruit juice or it's water or whatever it is in there. Often it's just water, and they always have martinis. I mean, whoever drinks martinis, I don't know. From Grace and Frankie. But they show that the characters never slur, they never fall down, they never get wobbly, they hardly ever vomit, they never have a hangover, they just get up, they carry on. Or you see them having a few drinks and then they get in their car and they drive like it's all fine, it's normal. They're having a few drinks and then there's an emergency and off they go and they're fine. And it's not realistic. It is not realistic. If people drank as much as movie and TV characters did, there would be consequences. Their skin would look terrible. Their eyes would be their eyes would be bloodshot. They would be hungover as hell. It just wouldn't be like it's portrayed in the movies. In the movies and in media and on social media too, alcohol is seen and portrayed as the party starter, as this fun, glamorous woohoo, and you feel good and everyone just feels warm and fuzzy. But in reality, that fleeting good feeling is so fleeting. It is maybe at drink one, and then it just progressively gets worse and worse after that. And I know for a lot of us, we believe that without alcohol, we can't have fun. I mean, I used to feel the same way. We believe that you can't have a conversation. We're awkward, we're feeling shy, and you feel like it loosens your tongue. And sure, it does. But think about this. How many conversations with people have you had under the influence of alcohol that led to lasting, real, meaningful connections? I mean, yes, it's easy in a bar, in a nightclub, in an alcohol-fueled environment to strike up a conversation, get chatting to someone, and you're feeling this warm, fuzzy connection. But both of you, your senses are dulled, your vision is a bit blurred, you're not hearing properly, not seeing straight, not listening. When people are under the influence of alcohol, they are not listening to you. You're not listening to them. In fact, you're just talking at each other and over each other. And so the connection is false. And often it leads nowhere. The next day, you're actually embarrassed. You don't want to see that person. They may not want to see you. You think, what did I say? And I mean, you're shouting in each other's ears, spitting all over the person. It's just a disaster. And so I beg of you to just think about that deeply. And I don't know what we can do. I have no solution in this video as to what we can do about the prevalence of alcohol in TV, movies, on Netflix, but it does make me angry. It riles me up because I feel it is sending the wrong message to young people, and young people are watching this. I grew up seeing this, and I always thought, well, alcohol is harmless. It is not harmless, and I have a real problem with the way it is represented. And I think it needs to change, and I don't know how to change it, but I can make a video, and I hope that you watch this and somehow, somewhere, the wave of change starts. So I would love to hear what you think. I would love to hear your comments. Am I the only one who feels that strongly? I know we are each responsible for how we deal with alcohol, but when it is seen as something fun and it is glamorized, and society as a whole pushes it on people, and it is just so normalized. It is really hard for any of us to stop, quit, cut back, have less, without feeling like an outsider, without feeling weird, without feeling like we're going against the whole grain of our social circle. And that for me is part of the problem. So I would love to see alcohol represented in its truth, meaning all the negative consequences that come with it. And it's not. And I don't know what you think, but that is my rant for the day. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.